Exciting news, we're opening a clinic. It's really exciting. There's only one other ABA clinic in town, but I'm really passionate about it because I kind of did things a little bit backwards, where most ABA agencies will start in the clinic and then go in home. I did it the other way around, and really the only reason I'm opening one is out of need for our community here in Flagstaff. So, and really providing a safe place for parents to be able to drop off their kids and know, all right, this feels really good. I know my kiddos are safe here. They're going to get the therapy that they need.
And I stumbled upon lifestyle medicine, and so I did a bunch of research and a bunch of training, and I got boarded in lifestyle medicine, which is essentially using the 6 pillars of nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, connection with others, and avoidance of risky substances, all to help navigate your life without medication, and also is used to both prevent and reverse chronic disease. And it's pretty amazing, as people kind of focus in on all those pillars, you can actually prevent and reverse your chronic disease.
Yeah, so ketamine's been around since the 1960s. It's on the World Health Organization's list of essential medications as an anesthetic. It's the best well-tolerated anesthetic in both large animals and children. And so we're giving a lot lower dosing than anesthetic dosing. And it's in that same family of ego dissolution agents. Ego is what we build to protect ourselves. So ego is depression, anxiety, being a jerk, putting on pants, go to the bathroom. And so it falls right in with psilocybin, ayahuasca, ibogaine, MDMA, in that we're getting out of our own way, and it helps people create that safety. So feel safe to feel safe, and feel safe to feel unsafe, so that you can address that trauma.
Yeah, so my approach to healing our mental health is more this integrated and holistic stance. So I do bring in some of the energy medicine like Reiki, breath work. I know we're all a fan of breath work on this podcast. And I also bring in other things like somatics and what I'm kind of classifying as transpersonal states of consciousness. So beyond just our cognitive kind of conscious awareness, what are those things that we deal with that live in that kind of altered state of consciousness? So it can be things like ancestral healing. That's where some of the energy medicine lives. It can also be things like psychedelics and what isn't our ego structures allowing us to look at because it doesn't feel safe, that with something like ketamine or psychedelics or anything else that can put us in that altered state, we can actually access and start to move through it and heal it.
I like to say ankylosing spondylitis is the most common disease that nobody's ever heard of. When I accidentally stumbled upon that diagnosis, because when I was in pain and seeking answers, I got a lot of medical gaslighting. I still do. It's sort of expected, unfortunately, at this point, when I go to the doctor, that I'm just going to be shrugged at. When I first stumbled upon that name, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's all of my symptoms. It's exactly what's going on with me. And that must be really rare because I've never heard of it before. And that's a really weird name. It's not rare. It's way more common, actually, than MS and ALS combined.
So my name is Christine. In February of 2022, I was separating my puppy and my older dog, and the older dog barked. Her one tooth went right in between the knuckles, but it hit a nerve bundle, and it instantly caused swelling in my arm. Within 48 hours, I was in the hospital because my arm no longer looked like my arm. It looked like a wax arm. Myself and my husband are both nurses, so we took care of it. I did go to urgent care, but then I finally ended up going in. Ended up having just surgery to clean it out, and then when all my labs came back, I also had a PICC line, and when all my labs came back, they said there was no infection. There was nothing wrong, so I didn't have to go do that. But the numbness, the tingling, the nerve pain, not having any feeling in my arm remained consistent. About 3 weeks after the injury, I did start physical therapy. About a month after, the physical therapist actually said, hey, have you ever heard of CRPS, which is complex regional pain syndrome?
Thanks for joining us on the Healthcare Uprising. Make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons before you go, and take a moment to think of a friend and hit that share button. You can find us on all the major audio platforms, and we've got video on YouTube if you want to watch us in action. You can also find us on social media on LinkedIn, TikTok, and Instagram.
Just search Healthcare Uprising to find us. And if you're a new company with a cool new product, if you're someone innovating alternative methods for the health and wellness space, or if you have a personal healthcare journey you'd like to share with us here at The Uprising, please email us at healthcareuprising@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you about coming on the show. Well, that's all for this dose of Healthcare Uprising. Until the next time, keep looking for the good in the world, because sometimes it's where you least expect it.
We are not doctors and we don't play one on TV. If you need medical advice, consult with your physician or a healthcare professional. This has been a Shut Up production.
Shut up!